Okay, so you want to move to Costa Rica, but you don't know any pros and cons. Here we go. Okay, so pro number one is beautiful nature. There's so much nature around you, so many animals, so many wildlife. It's just great. The beaches are nice, you know. You can just go on a random Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, whatever you want, Thursday morning, to the beach. You know, just take a dip in the ocean or go to a waterfall. You can do anything you really want in nature. It's really pretty here. Um, the weather is always pretty nice. Right now it's rainy season and the sun is still shining. It usually rains at like night. It's pretty nice though. So it rains when you're like inside at home, you know, you're just chilling. And in the day, it's nice weather. You know, you can tan a little bit if you want that. You can surf. You can do anything you want. You know. Pro number two is the chill lifestyle. You know, they have a saying here. It's Pura Vida. It means like lay back kind of. You know, so it's less pressure. You know, it's just a chill life. It's not like the big city where you have to like like a lot of pressure. Here it's just chill, do whatever you want. You know, it's just chill. You know, and with that comes a lot of less stress. Um, Most people here are way more relaxed than like the big city. At least the part of where I live, it's like I live in the Santa Teresa area, so it's like a surf town pretty much. It's getting more advanced now, but it's still pretty. You know, there's not a lot still. You know, it's like there's not like malls or stuff. It's just like little shops. It's pretty chill. A lot of surfers, um, and in my opinion, is really chill. It's really nice. Pro number three is fresh and good food from pretty much anywhere. From fish to, let's say, beef, anything you want pretty much. The fish is usually caught here, like, we live in a beach town, or at least where I live, it's like a beach town, so it's a lot of fishers go out every morning, catch fish, they sell them. Um, we have a guy that just drives around the town like every week, just goes to the people, sells fresh tuna, and it's really good food. Me personally, I love fresh fish. I love fishing. I never catch anything, but I still love fishing. And yeah, it's just that's one of my favorite pros about living in Costa Rica is the food. The food. I love food. I love eating. Um, it's my favorite. Pro number four. This one's kind of like the first one. Um, Everything is outdoors. Like you have the freedom to do everything outdoors. A lot of people in the big city don't really have that. I mean, they go outside and then they're in the city. Here you go outside and you're in the jungle, and it's just beautiful. You can hop on your bike, you can hop on your motorcycle, drive around. Go to the beach, like I said, go to a waterfall. In some places you can even go to like a volcano. Here, where I live, the part where I live, we don't really have those. But about a couple hours away from here, there's one, um, and I've been to a couple, and it's so cool to just see in real life, like an actual volcano. Like it's you can't really like explain how big they really are. Another thing of that is you can like do anything you want outside. You can go zip lining. You can get lunch. You can eat it on the beach. Everything like that. It's just chill. Like a lot of people, I've done this personally as well. Will go on their bike, drive a couple hours along the coast, um, to, like I live in Santa Teresa, and then if you go up, straight up, you have Samara, Nosara, Tamarindo. Um, I like going to like Samara or Nosara. Sometimes even Tamarindo is like a 5 hour drive on my bike, just along the coast, just chilling. I'll sleep there for a couple of days, and come back. As a 15-year-old, almost 16, and that's the most freedom that you can have. I can do whatever I want, and it's just freedom. That's also why making money online is such a good thing nowadays. It's so easy. It's so common. Once you start making money, you know, you have like a couple hours a day, and then you're free. You're free for the rest of the day. Sometimes some things you can do a bunch of things one day and have the rest of the week free. You know, you can make your own schedule, and that's the freedom of like online marketing or anything online, like online working. Pro number 5. This is the last one. The friendly culture. Everybody here is really friendly. The Ticos, the expats, everybody. Literally everybody. I've never met somebody that's not nice. Everybody's super friendly here. So if you want to come here, you want to move here, you want to visit here, whatever, just expect everybody to be super duper friendly. They always help you out, especially if you're a tourist. They always help you out. And I would, you know, like what I always do if somebody helps me out, I always help somebody else out, you know. So that's kind of how everybody stays friendly. You know, if you help them out, they're gonna most likely help somebody else out. You know, pay it forward. That's why here's a very friendly place. It's very safe. I know some places are not, in like the big city, but here it's mostly pretty safe. It's not like robberies, nothing, no shootings, nothing like that. It's pretty safe here. Okay, now we're moving on to the cons. So, con number 1 is, as a teenager, there's not a lot of hangout spots. You know, there's, at least in most areas, there's not like a mall you can go to. It's really just find a nice place at the beach or in the mountains, whatever you want, and just hang out there. You kind of have to make your own fun. Usually there's some fun things to do. You can go ziplining. You know, there's a lot of waterfalls, like waterfall jumps, like 30 feet. It's pretty normal here. It's like, I don't know, everybody kind of does it. But apart from that, if you're used to the big city life, going to the mall with all your friends every weekend, it's not really for you here then. Like, there's clubs you can go to. There you can go partying, some jungle parties. But apart from that, if you're looking just a chill night at the mall, then this is not it. At least in the big city, like San Jose, the capital of Costa Rica, that's a different story. There's malls and stuff. You know, that's like, you know, that's better if you're looking for the city life. But if you're moving to, like, let's say Santa Teresa, or any place along the coast, kind of, it's not really a mall. Tamarindo is more of like partying. There's more things to do. I personally love Tamarindo, but if you're looking for a mall, then I would recommend the big city, San Jose. Con number 2 is most areas, or some areas, don't have good internet. I mean, it's good internet. A lot of people have Starlink now. Thank you, Elon Musk. But a lot of places won't have good internet. And that's a problem with some reasons. Reason number 1 is, if you work online, you need good internet. You know, so, like, let's say let's say you have a business online, and you move to a place where there's no good internet. You can't do anything with your business, and then it falls, you know? And reason number 2, if you like gaming, then it's gonna suck. And it's gonna suck a lot. But if you're in a place with slow internet, usually Starlink will do it. Will do the job. Starlink is very good. We have personally Starlink. We have 2. We have fiber optic and Starlink. But at this point, Starlink is the only one we use because it's so good. It's just, it always works. Except for when it's rainy a little bit. When it's really cloudy, it gets a little worse. But on a good day like today, there's not really a lot of clouds out. Well, there's a couple. It's pretty windy, as you can see. I don't know if you can hear it. But it will usually always be better than anything else. Pro number 3, I think we're on to number 3. I don't really remember, but whatever. Is transport isn't always easy. if you don't have a car or a bike, it's not always easy. Like, I know some places have buses, but like me personally, I've gone in the bus a couple times here, but it's not something I would do every day to go somewhere. It's because it's not like a normal bus route, in like Europe or the U.S. It's like just a bus. Everybody just crams in, and they just go, and it's not actual bus stops. It's just to go into San Jose, the city. It's like there's a bus that goes there. I think that one a couple times with my mom. That one is better, but just going around town with a bus, I wouldn't. I mean, if you really have to, you should. A lot of Ticos do it, a lot of people that were like Costa Ricans do it. I can see, if you're just trying to go somewhere for really cheap, it's like $1 to go anywhere, so it's really good. But I would definitely recommend getting a bike or a car, just so if you have to go somewhere, you can just take your bike, take your car, or whatever. You can take a quad, bicycle even. But another thing of that is, sometimes if it rains really hard and stuff, the roads will be horrible. The roads will be destroyed. There'll be trees on the roads, everything like that. But it's still definitely better to get a car and stuff. Number 4 is things can be pretty expensive, just because the import costs, everything like that. Things can be a lot more expensive than let's say like US or Europe. Things will be definitely a lot more expensive. Or most areas are obviously more expensive than others. The part where we live is definitely one of the more expensive parts, because to get here you either have to drive around. Like, we live on a little, like, not on an island, but it's like you have to either take a ferry to get to the mainland, or you have to drive all the way around. So we live on what we call a peninsula, and because everything has to either go with the ferry or all the way around, which is like 5 hours, things can be a lot more expensive. But it's still doable. I would say with the normal, like, if you're just here on vacation, you can do it. If you live here and you have a minimal job, it's doable. Number 5, last one, is the language barrier with Ticos. A lot of people only speak Spanish here. Like, also a lot of people, a lot of expats, they speak English, but most Ticos, they don't speak English. So if you're the one to move here and you want to talk to people, like Costa Ricans or Ticos, whatever, I would recommend learning Spanish. Me, it's very bad. I don't know Spanish yet. I've been here for 8 years and still don't know Spanish. It's really bad. I'm learning, but yeah. It's language barrier is definitely a big thing for a lot of people here. I mean, if you just want to, be friends with the expats, then English is all you need. But a lot of people still need to learn Spanish to live here, because let's say you go out, you want to go to the store, or you want to get, let's say, meat for your dog. Let's say you feed your dog like fresh cow meat, like we do. You go to the butcher and you ask for the meat. And most of the time they don't speak English. So you have to learn Spanish, be able to talk with them. And it just makes things a lot easier. I'm learning slowly. But yeah, it's definitely helps learn. It definitely helps to know Spanish if you live here. But that's gonna wrap it up for today. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hope this helps you. This was 5 pros, 5 cons of living in Costa Rica. And have a good day, guys, and see ya.